Welcome to Larisa Lili Temperance. Today we're doing your general read for the month of April. So this is the main focus here is going to be on finance, career, and personal growth. And the finance career section, I normally feel like it goes either way. We could see careers, or we can see just situations around your financial situations, movements, changes, shifts. But I do feel there's always a gem for everyone in these reads. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Remember, it's a general read, so it will not resonate with Aries. So for those who are new to my channel, I'm very claircognizant and clairsentient. So I meditate on all the messages prior to opening the reads. And so for my general reads, I always have channel messages. So I have channel messages for you, Aries. So we're just going to get into it. We just had the Libra full moon, and obviously this is a good, fair energy. Has a lot to do with connections, relationships, relationship with yourself, I think, most importantly, and bringing fairness, fairness I really feel. So what I channel for you, Aries, was living on your soul's terms. So you can grow from the same dirt they left you in, and that was deep. So this is really, really picking yourself up from probably, for some of you, a really, really low point, or a place where you felt very low. This is your butterfly moment, and you are looking beautiful. Know that any hardship that you've probably had, it was just leading you to your authentic self. And so the other channel message was, honesty to you is a must, and say no. And so this is about creating healthy boundaries overall in your surroundings. Okay, so we're beginning. Oh God, you see, I love spirit. So my spirits have been working very fast with these April energies. So let's just do this. Surrender to complete healing. And that's exactly right. This is your butterfly moment, and you are looking like a pure healing here. In that other channel message, you can grow from that same dirt they left you in. So this is about you completely facing your past, completely shutting it out, and like closing that door and taking back your power, living on your soul's terms, your terms for once. So here it says, open fully to the loving compassion forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. I love it. All right, so we're going to get two overarching energies for this read, and then we're going to get a full moon energy, and then we'll go into the full details of the read. Obviously, the channel messages will always be reiterated during the read, Aries. So let's see. Okay. I can't. Here we have, perhaps the butterfly is proof that you can go through a great deal of darkness, yet become something beautiful. Right? Channel message, you guys. You are in a butterfly. You were a caterpillar, and now you're about to embark. And this is your season, Aries. The other message here is, allow nature to teach you stillness. Like a tree, be deeply rooted in just being. There's a lot of healing here. It's a lot. And then a lot was learned in this stillness. You learn to just be, but also rooting yourself in a way that really truly speaks more to you in an authentic way. We're going to pull one more overarching energy Aries. So Spirit, give me another energy for Aries, please. I barely have to shuffle this. It's amazing how much I don't really even have to shuffle. We have, ooh, bottom of that is acceptance, but here we have forgiveness. Acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. Again, learning to heal. So there's just a lot that you've had to release. This is definitely a place of releasing for a lot of you. A lot of really authenticity resurfacing. I feel like a lot of you are, all of you are going to be in different timelines in terms of where you're standing with this read. Guys, Aries, also keep in mind, when I do my reads, it's like I'm feeling them. It's because I'm feeling them in the now. But again, do know your timeline. You guys can be processing this, you know, maybe already processed this. You'll know it, and you'll know it within your body. So Spirit, give me another guidance from the full moon energies now for Aries. We have Pisces got this one. A new romantic cycle begins. For some of you, it can be a romantic cycle, but I just feel Pisces was really much of a new cycle. And because it could be just a cycle of self-love due to the fact that you're healing so much, the way you're showing up. And so it's just a whole new cycle. And again, it is your season, Aries, so this would make sense. Also, this is a new moon in Libra, and we just had the full moon. So this full moon is bringing in is definitely also healing, but also justice is not just healing, it's also closing cycles, right? Justice is about closing karma, and here you are in a space of rooting yourself differently, appreciating the quietness that you had. It was not easy. This was not easy. I'm sure I'm feeling a lot of shed tears, a lot of shed anger, anguish, resentment, and maybe for some of you it still exists, but this is going to be a guidance and definitely a healing message for most of you. So let's see what else Spirit gives me. So Spirit, give me an energy for finance and career right now for finance and career for Aries, please. 2 energies, finance and career for Aries. Okay. And for personal growth. Wow. So yeah, so here we have journey, the garden, and the gate for finance and career. And so the energy, obviously this is a journey, is a cycle, it's a process that you've been enduring. For some of you is decisions on making different changes in your life. Also maybe where you're investing, where you're investing your time and money. Then we have Angel of Love and Strategy here. So to me, this is a lot of the healing, a lot of planning involved, a lot of changes, but also balancing your heart. Angel of Love. This is about nurturing your own self-love, right? And it's been a process. There's probably lots of changes that's happened within your life. Really like, you know, some of you may be moving. You've had to like release even like things you were attached to, locations you were attached to, even items, maybe letting go items that you were attached to that had lots of memories. And in order to truly heal, like you've had to like, even the process of throwing some things out probably were very very difficult, just because all the memories attached to the emotional like memories attached to the items. So Spirit, give me more on this journey and the garden, the gate for finance and career for Aries. Okay. Not these two, but the Empress. Love it. What else for Aries? Okay, so we have emotional loss, power. That makes sense. And for personal growth, Angel of Love and Strategy here for personal growth for Aries. Give me one more for personal growth. That mental conflict. I normally never have cards flip like that, but I feel like it wants to make an appearance. So we're going to put it here because I feel like it has to do with you having some level of stuck energy within yourself. And that's why this Garden in the Gate, because it's like a decision making here that is needed. So obviously, best card to have is the Empress here. We have the Empress of Abundance, and this is change. But this is also the Empress is healing, and the Empress is the number 3. So healing on a mind, body, spirit, right? Physical, emotional, and spiritual level. And then it's also about your shift. It's your butterfly moment. And I mean, the best butterfly moment is to become the Empress, where the Empress now operates out of grace because she's just been through so much. And at this point, you know, she's learned her lesson. It's almost like she's untouchable in terms of her emotions because at this point, it's so pure and honest. Like, there's nothing else left to disguise or hide within her. And gender aside, you guys, but this is you taking initiatives in your finances right now, taking this journey where it may be producing, embracing new opportunities, even skills and opportunities that you would have never probably engaged in. Emotional loss, here we have, and then the Strength card. And this is a lot of courage required in this time to make these decisions. I feel like it's been a struggle, and it feels like because there's so much healing, it's almost like the decision to make any moves or any career change in this energy that I'm feeling has been clouded because of the distraction, right? The mental conflict, the distraction of the emotional pain. And there is some level of fear of the change, right? Because it's like it takes a very long time to get to this Empress to even build yourself back up. So for some of you who've probably had an ending of a marriage or a cycle with a connection that had a financial transition in your life, has made you kind of cling on to. That's why I feel like here, this energy I'm feeling of like attached to certain things, but it's because it took you so long to rebuild yourself. And so there will be some level of fear of making any job moves, shifts, even purchases of a home, or just moving to a different neighborhood, like due to the fact that you are trying to still level out the stability in your life. And yeah, it's going to require a lot of courage here with the Strength, but you got 2 major arcanas. So the guidance here is definitely very strong in the sense that you are definitely being assisted by the universe and spirit and your guides and source during this process. We're going to pull some more tarot. Let me see here for the energy because I want to get more thorough, I feel like I need more information on this energy. But it just feels like, Aries, it just feels like there is like it's been a long road. It's been a long road and a lot of changes. And your stability is very important in this time. So any change right now almost it almost feels like you fear like being set back. And so there is like, I'm feeling this energy of like not holding off with this garden in the gate, holding off on any decisions at the moment. And it's also a 3. So holding on any other growth at this time, due to the fact that you still don't feel emotionally ready to make that shift. And it's only because it's fears. So you're standing as the Empress and you have the strength. So you do have the courage, Aries. There is courage and strength. There's just some resistance. That's what it is. And it's because you don't, it's just a level of control because you fear. I just feel like resistance and a level of control because you fear that it may not turn out okay, or the outcome or whatever the transition may be. And it's like all the, the 10 steps forward would give you 5 steps back. But you're living and learning, and that's the most important thing, right? Allow nature to teach you stillness like a tree. Be deeply rooted in just being. And so in this stillness and this quiet, and so even if you're in, you have these moments of stillness within your space, you're growing within your space and you're still rooting yourself within that space. So it's still some level of growth, but trust that what I feel is believe in the growth. That's what I'm feeling. All right. So here in the personal growth, right? So I honestly feel this is like an energy because there's so much healing happening. This is a balance of everything, all aspects, right? So here with the angel love and the strategy and that energy that I felt where there's just attachments to certain things and needing to balance. So there's like, I feel like this inching, oh my goodness, what am I saying? Inching into the progress, right? And so at this point, it's time to be a little more bolder into the progress. Here we have triumph, which I feel with the triumph, both communication, throat chakra energies here with the throat chakra and the triumph success. Those are both swords and the mind. So being honest, and I feel this is just a reflection of your past and really being honest about and authentic to what your desires are. And here we have another 3. So this is three of pentacles. Here it says recognition, reward, and this is acknowledging those steps. Like you have to feel, I feel like a level of gratitude is needed. And that channel message, living on your soul's terms. So this is about the honesty within yourself, right? And the conversations and the self-talk you have within yourself that requires for you to really be honest, but also plan around those areas you still lack confidence in, and really recognize what those areas are. Okay, so wow, 8 of Swords wants to flip out, and of course this is like a lot of fears, like self-inflicted, where it's just there's a lot of, I feel, just resistance. We're not trusting the process, this mental conflict, right? So Spirit, give me more on this garden and the gate here. Give me more on the garden and the gate for Aries. Yeah, completely confused. 7 of Cups, not knowing what to do, and this is just not trusting. And so Spirit definitely wants you to trust this process. Like, allow yourself to also look at all the cups. It's okay to open them, right? See what's in it, then analyze it. If you're gonna sit in a stagnant energy, right, Aries, then open them all, and then test it out, feel them out, right? And then, figure where your emotions, because this is the cups, the emotions, figure where your emotions land on each cup. And then make a decision from there, but make a decision, right? Don't be scared to open each cup. Spirit, give me more of this Empress here. Give me more of the Empress. I mean, the Empress with death and rebirth, because again, this is the transformation. This is the transformation you're going through. It's a change, right? And so, like I said, channel message, this is your butterfly moment and you are looking beautiful. Trust that this transformation is changing who you are. Here we have the Two of Swords, and of course you can't see it, right? I feel like, again, the mental conflict of not being able, this is Two of Swords, you have Two of Swords twice now, not knowing what to expect. Page of Cups, emotionally kind of holding you back. And I feel the Lovers here, it's obviously with a connection due to the fact that something truly dampened your intuition and your ability to trust your own level of discernment. But also, this is a decision within your emotions and learning to trust that level of discernment, because you're transforming, you're rerouting yourself. And then you also have to learn to forgive yourself, right? Acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. And don't allow that blockage here with the Two of Swords, because this is the Page of Cups. Block the flow of you opening up and embracing that change, that cycle, the cycle to change. Here we have the Fool, right? New beginning, because that's what this is. This is literally a transition right now. I find it interesting that this is the energy coming up in your finance and career. And I feel like it's because there is a blockage in your emotions. So it's like you can't really, you're not fully standing in this Empress yet, right? But it doesn't mean you're not getting there, because you have both the Death and the Fool. So once you release some level of fear, then things are going to flow. And then you'll get really clear on what your options are with the Seven of Cups. And then one of those options are going to be something you want. And it's going to open a door that you least expected, you know? You know, I'm getting this energy for some of you where it's been too much going on, which there has been a lack of planning around your finances. And out of the stress, you tend to overspend, but you consciously know, and it kind of like drives you nuts, because you know that it's like this balance of your emotions and then how you react depending on the day-to-day triggers the outcome of that day and what you accomplish. And I feel like that has a lot to do with your spending as well, because you spend out of convenience due to the fact that you're so overwhelmed. There's a lot of overwhelmness, right? And here, I mean, I'm not pointing out so much of this emotional loss, but it's because it's the emotions and the change, because this is a 5. And this is why you have that awareness of, wow, I take 10 steps forward, and sometimes I take 5 steps back, and sometimes 3 steps back. So this is requiring a lot of planning and trusting the journey and the process. it's going to be a process, and accepting that it's a process, and either way you're moving to a new direction. Fool, right? And you have to always stand in that courage and that power. So, okay, I'm sorry. I know, like, I spent a lot of time there, Aries, but I felt that very strongly. So here, I want to pull for this strategy, Spirit. What is the strategy here for the personal growth for Aries? What is the strategy? Okay. So 6 of Cups, Judgment, Queen of Wands. Wow, and you're present, and 2 of Cups. 10 of Swords, right? So this planning, so I feel this is more of combined with the Angel of Love. This is how you're nurturing yourself going forward. I feel this is a judgment based off of your past relationships. 6 of Cups, 2 of Cups, based off of a past relationship that you had with you could have had it with another fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, but I feel like this is you. And this is you finding your way and re-strategizing your life, because there was an ending. I feel like there was an ending for some of you. There was definitely an ending that brought you to this needing to heal. So there is a judgment, and this is okay, because this is why it requires planning, judgment call, taking action. And it's a life review. And it's also requiring healing. So you could finally regain the vibrancy of who you are and who you once were, but in a new way. Like, you're not going to be the same person. Also with this judgment is you're learning your boundaries. This time you're not allowing a lot with the 10 of Swords. Like, you know, channel message, say no. Say no. Learn these healthier boundaries for yourself. Let's see what this Ace of Swords, Spirit. Give me more on this triumph and success with the Ace of Swords. Six of Pentacles and the Hangman. And again, gaining perspective, bringing yourself balance. And I feel honest with yourself on a physical level of who you give your time to. And I feel this is also for everyone, family, friends, like, there's some level of recognition of who you're giving your time to, how you're valuing yourself. And this also requires honesty and you speaking your truth. Aries, I'm feeling this energy of you kind of holding back and not wanting to over explain yourself. I feel like some people don't understand what your experience was. And this is why you need to be more bold, in the sense of, I feel honest on how you express, really honest about how you truly feel about your transition. And you don't have to tell them everything you're going through, because you also don't owe anyone any explanations. But I feel like there's like a lack of understanding. And so and then you kind of you rather just sit alone and avoid those connections that just honestly don't serve any purpose. That's what I'm feeling. Like, don't bring about that healing energy that you need at the moment, because this is about you balancing your heart and because I feel this is, for some of you, it's going to be everything. For some of you, it's just one or the other. Like, you guys know where your shoe fits. But I feel like because that energy I'm feeling of the emotions being so overwhelming, sometimes you get consumed easily with other people's energy. And so you have to, you go into this hangman position, like kind of move away and then need some time alone to think about things. And I feel like there is some level of guilt sometimes on having this solitude. But you know what? This is what you need. You need it so you can clear way and get clarity. That's what I'm really feeling here. All right. So, I mean, at the end of the day, this is a new cycle. Aries, you're being moved to a new cycle. This is death, rebirth. This is your butterfly, right? Perhaps the butterfly is proof that you can go through a great deal of darkness, yet become something beautiful. And this is a rough patch at this moment. And I feel like this is a reading that's more of a guidance for you trusting your intuition and your gut and your emotions and allowing yourself to feel what you need to feel for your complete healing. So like that, you can actually make other shifts in your life, whether that's finances, job change, moving to a new location, and even within your connections, but what those next moves are, because I do feel a level of stagnation. And so there is a need of honesty right now. I think some of you need to write. Some of you need to write on a journal and really talk to yourself in your writing. I really do feel this. So, okay, and it's gonna help. It's gonna help the fear, right? And sometimes even the poor decisions that we make out of our emotions just because we feel bad that day. And it's valid, but we don't want to repeat the cycles too much, right? Because then that's where we feel it's not a feeling of guilt, but it's like a self-negative talk. That's what it is. A self-negative. We just kind of are hard on ourselves. Okay, so let's see what the major arcana shift for April. I wish, I know this is not like the most fun reading for some of you, but you guys know my reads. Like, it is what it is. These are my guides. My energy is here to truly nurture and heal. Okay, so we have major manifesting. Yes. So the Magician, that's what I'm saying. This is the Magician energy, the number one. And the number one is initiation to new beginnings. And so this is also finding the self-courage. So you have confirmation here of courage here with the Strength card. And so you're ready to go. There's no need for additional preparation. Take the first steps towards the changes you desire, even if they are small. Notice the signs that guide you in the right direction, as well as resources and support that miraculously appear. And so this is a matter of trusting, like that energy that I said. Open the cups. Just see what's in them. Don't be scared. Open the cups. You're not going to have all the answers, but it's a matter of you taking steps all the time, venturing out and allowing yourself to not fear any more setbacks, right? You have to learn to trust your intuition at this point. So let's see what other guidance spirit. I'm going to see what I get for you. Yeah, look at this. Love. And this is about you raising your vibration for yourself, right? So you have the angel, you literally have the angel of love here. So love thy neighbor as you love thyself. The highest vibration in the universe is love. Open your heart and let love in. Only then will you attract it back to you. And here we have, this is about forgiveness. So this is really truly about learning to love yourself too. Acknowledge that the harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. It's time to allow the flow of love. And that's what the Empress is. Empress is flow, education. Yes, this is a good time to educate yourself more in what you want to achieve in life. Studying now puts you into the right direction of your life's purpose. Preparation is key. And honestly, that's what I feel like. I feel like you don't get scared of how to use what else to incorporate in your life. Open the cups. I feel like there's a lot you need to learn about at this moment. Take this opportunity, this butterfly effect, to learn, to grow. It's all serving a purpose because it is guiding you to, you know, it's a guiding to growth. I'm going to pull one more, Spirit. Give me one more for Aries. Self-love guidance for Aries. Just follow your heart. The only way to be happy is to get out of your head and to follow your heart. Listen to your inner child to learn what it means to feel what you want instead of thinking about it. Your heart is the only one who knows the right way for you. And this is right. Again, trusting that intuition, right? Trusting that intuition. Discernment. This is a lot about you going with your heart's flow and just accepting, being in a place of acceptance of where you are right now, so you can just get a clear mind of where you want to go. And it's like that fogginess in your brain, right? It'll just clear that emotional setback. Flourish. Again, something of flourishing. This is like almost the Empress energy. So the lotus flower fairy tells you to learn from experience and shed your inner light on any unclear areas of your life or those of others. And like I said, this is really what it is. This is literally a message to someone who needs to just get moving and allow things to clear and to shed and to let go and to release. So like that, you can make room for more clarity, because I feel some level of confusion and resistance as well. So Aries, this is your read for April. Make these changes, whoever this resonates with, because this is really guiding you to a next step in your life. This is truly guiding you to cleanse your life so you can get more clear, okay? I love you, Aries. Please like, share, subscribe, click that bell button if you enjoy my frequency. But with that said, live always relentlessly in striving aspiration. This is the evolution of your soul, and I'm here to nurture you. Until next message. Bye.